Hello beautiful people and welcome. So today we're looking into what the person on your mind has realized or what they're realizing or what they're about to realize. However these may resonate with you, that's what we're looking into, and we'll be getting tarot, oracle cards, and channeled messages as usual. But please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not every message may be meant for you, and it's very important that you trust your own inner guidance and judgment over mine or anyone else's. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the links for that in the description box below. And with that said, I will leave you to focus on which deck calls to you the most, and I'll see you soon. Hello my beautiful pile ones and welcome. We are starting with tarot today, but we'll clarify with oracle cards and channeled messages as well. All right, what has the person on pile one's mind realized, please, universe? Okay, we'll take them. I don't do that very often. I feel like I've said this so many times now, I feel like I actually do it often now. But I used to not take cards if they flew out in bundles. But I don't know, this feels right. We have a Judgment. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse, and we have the Sun in reverse. Leo, Scorpio, and Pisces energies could be significant, as well as Aries, but they don't have to be. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. I'm hearing being away from you hurt me more than I thought it would. It feels like this person, maybe in the past, they weren't in their feelings too much, or they were, but they chose to express themselves from more of a headspace kind of place. That made no sense. It feels like they may have been expressing themselves more so from their headspace rather than their heart space in this connection, but it feels like this disconnection that there may have been between the two of you, because I feel like there has been some kind of disconnection or some kind of silence, maybe not talking enough or maybe not talking at all, but it feels like this person has realized that they want to break that silence because it's not serving them anymore. With the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands in reverse, it feels like not having you in their life actually did not have the impact they thought it would. It might be that in the past, maybe they thought this connection would have been a distraction from their goals, or it would have been something that they can't pursue at the same time as their goals. But it feels like they're coming to realize that that doesn't have to be the case if they don't make it the case. With the Lovers coming out, we have Gemini energy as well. But other than that, it feels like this person has realized maybe it wouldn't be a disaster if we were to be together. It feels like they may have had very, very intense feelings for you, but it also feels like they weren't healed from their past enough to be in a place where they were able to fully pursue that. Oh wait, this is Judgment. This is Temperance. I just realized, but we have Judgment either way. So we have Sagittarius energy as well, which could be significant, but it doesn't have to be. I don't know why I thought this was Judgment. Probably because some of the cards just are called different things in this deck. But we have a lot of major arcana as well. I'm just realizing. Can we clarify the Two of Cups in reverse? We have the Knight of Cups. It almost feels like maybe in the past they thought they needed to be isolated to heal, and maybe to some extent they did. But it feels like this part of their cycle, this part of their healing, it might be coming to an end. I feel like this person might be someone who may have had some trauma from their parents or trauma in intimate relationships to the point where maybe they were avoiding being in some kind of commitment or avoiding being fully vulnerable and intimate, even though I feel like with you they did. But it feels like maybe they changed their mind suddenly out of nowhere and they felt the need to run off because it was too much. But it feels like it's almost like they're changing their strategy now and coming to realize that their perspective had a huge effect on what happened here, or their perspective may have played a huge part in this situation not working out in the way that they may have wanted it to, or they may have dreamed it to work out in. There's a lot of beautiful energy here. There's a lot of vulnerability as well that I feel being away from you has triggered in this person. Being next to you, I feel, has also triggered them, but it feels like this cycle of separation, if you were in separation or no contact or limited contact, it feels like it's awakened some new perspectives in this person in the way of how they want to give and receive love, and how we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this person doesn't want to rush in, but I feel like they're also realizing that they are more open than they may have thought to pursue something here, or for some kind of reconciliation, or for some kind of second chance. Is there anything else that wants to come through from the tarot? We have the Emperor in reverse, and we have the Four of Wands in reverse. This person may have had this mindset of needing to go away to find themselves, or needing to leave to pursue something, or needing to leave to focus on themselves. It feels like they may like being in control of situations, or they may like being prepared, and this often comes in the form of some kind of defense mechanism where we try to control situations or control the outcomes or have control over the situations that we're in, so that we're never unprepared for any kind of negative outcome that may arise. But sometimes when we do this, we also may just lead to negative outcomes when they wouldn't have occurred naturally. And it almost feels like this person's realizing that they may have instigated some kind of ending here where maybe naturally there wouldn't have been one. This doesn't have to be the accurate truth, of course. This doesn't have to be the objective truth, but I feel like this person's kind of considering the chance that maybe things would have worked out, rather than like things just falling apart and everyone being hurt. It feels like they really look up to you, is what I'm getting. For me, this Knight of Cups represents them, and the Queen of Cups represents you, regardless of gender. I feel like you have been so nurturing, so sensitive, so giving to this person, that it's inspired them to be the same. This person may have already been someone very giving, nurturing, with a heart as big and generous and kind as yours, but I feel like maybe they didn't necessarily see themselves in this light. And I feel like this might be something that comes from their childhood, or from their parents, or a parent figure, or maybe an earlier relationship that they had where they may have been blamed for like no reason, or there may have been someone else projecting their own energy onto them in a way that was not helpful for this person's self-image. It feels like they have been working on themselves and working on figuring things out for themselves as well. And it feels like one thing that they've been figuring out is their feelings towards you and this connection, which I feel that there's a lot of. We have the Queen of Swords as the bottom deck energy, so I feel like there might be some level of intimidation if this person does reach out, or there might be a level of intimidation and they might be holding back in some way for some of you as well. Especially if you've set boundaries with them, or if you've asked them to stay away from you, or asked them to not contact you. I feel like they're very respectful to your desires. So whatever they may have been, I feel like this person is likely to keep respecting them. But at the same time, this feels like the kind of person that even if you agree to not talk to each other, or even if you agree to like stay away from each other for a while, if they feel a green light in some way, or if they see a sign in some way, I feel like this is a spiritual person, but I feel like they may not identify as spiritual, or they may not classify the experiences or the feelings they have as spiritual necessarily, but I feel like they are very connected with the universe, because I feel like you are very connected with the universe, and I feel like they are very connected with you. But of course, take these however they resonate with you. But I do feel with the Lovers showing up as well, this is an unbreakable bond. At least naturally unbreakable, in the sense that this isn't something you're gonna miss out on, and this isn't something that's suddenly just gonna disappear. Like, whoops, oh, it's gone. It's not, it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like something that's going to slip away. You may choose to disconnect from this, but I feel like this isn't something that will be taken away from you, so to say. I hope that makes sense. But I want to clarify with some oracle cards as well. We'll start with the Black Moon Astrology cards. I'm hearing I was too hurt to see the value of this connection. And I don't think it's necessarily that they didn't see the value, but I feel like it's more so the potential at the time. And I feel like maybe they were afraid to see the value of the connection or the potential in the past, because I feel like deep down they knew that they were falling for you. And now I'm hearing the song Falling for You by Mom Tune in my mind's eye. You can look it up if you want. There may be messages for you, but I'm pretty sure it's only because I said Falling for You that it came up for me. What has this person realized, please, universe? What has pile one's person realized? We have third house messages. This is my card for signs from the universe, among other things. It's not just that, but I'm drawn to that aspect of this card because I was just talking about a green light, or this person being spiritual in some way. And I feel like this is also Gemini energy, so we have Gemini here repeating. But for me, this speaks about compatibility, or kind of understanding each other on a really deep level, and kind of always having awareness of each other's energy, or at least having each other in the back of your mind somewhere. No matter how long the separation may have been, or whether you're in contact or not, I feel like there's a lot of energetic exchange between the two of you. And I feel like you've both made quite a bit of progress on your own journeys as well, maybe since the last time that you saw each other, or the last time that you truly got to spend time together. We have water element sensing, the Ace of Cups, and we have Aquarius, I know. They have this inner knowing about you, and I think they're coming to realize that this is just not an everyday thing. You're not someone that they could find again. You're not someone that they want to be away from. We have the Star here with the Aquarius energy as well. And bottom deck energy is the Sun card. So we have the Sun repeating here. Leo energy could be significant, but once again, it absolutely doesn't have to be. I feel like there's so much emotion here. This person has really deep feelings for you, and it might scare them at times, especially if they've been in situations where their feelings weren't reciprocated or kind of taken advantage of in some way, or their sensitivity. I feel like this is a very deeply sensitive person, but they may not feel as comfortable expressing it with everyone. But I feel like they were comfortable expressing it with you to some extent. But it feels like maybe halfway down the road, they got scared and pulled away in some way. Whatever that may mean for your situation, whether they decided to just take space for themselves or decided to pursue something else. It feels like, so I just cut the deck in half twice, and the first card that came out was the Void of Course Moon Missing card, which is the Eight of Cups. And then the card behind it, which came out the second time I cut the deck, is Venus Love. I feel like this distance, whether this was physical or emotional or just on a practical sense, they realized that they have such deep feelings for you that it just doesn't make sense to stay away from you, because I feel like they're realizing that who is this helping? How is this helping either of us? It feels like that kind of energy, and don't get me wrong, I feel like they also see that this distance or separation or break, whatever it was for you, I think they see the benefit, the advantages of that as well, because it feels like they had a lot of time to think, they had a lot of time to figure things out, they had a lot of time to focus on themselves and what they want to do. And it feels like this is just one of the realizations that they ended up having along the way. And I cut the deck again, and we have Uranus Genius, which is the Tower, which is a powerful energy for me of realizations or breaking patterns that don't serve us, breaking foundations that are not sturdy enough to hold us up. And I feel like this person has been working really, really hard, even if it's not obvious on the outside. I feel like their inner world has been evolving and changing. Let's get some more oracle cards, and then we'll get channeled messages. We have flow. I'm hearing flow of energy. I feel like, again, I feel like the energy exchange between the two of you is strong, whether you're aware of this or not. But the emotion here seems to be overwhelming, and we have intuition coming out as well, which for me confirms that there is a very deep connection here. And bottom deck energy is magic, and look at all these colors we have. Purples and blues. I guess ignore this one, but it's very intuitive, it's very expressive. So I feel like there is a lot of energetic communication here, or like some kind of connection that pulls the two of you together. Like you may randomly see them in places, and then you may end up contacting them again, or they may end up contacting you, or you may see signs that remind you of them, and they may see signs that remind them of you, and they may end up taking it as a green light to just go for it. It's that kind of energy. And I know this sounds like, sometimes I know these are hard to believe, but I personally have experienced this as well. So it happens. It does. It's not just words. These things, I don't know. The universe works in mysterious ways, I guess. Let's see. Should we get channeled messages, or let's also get some oracle cards from this deck. What has this person we have hope. I feel like they are replacing their fears with hope, or at least it feels like there is more hope appearing in their energy. It feels like they're more in tune with their own self, and this feels like a result of that. Is there anything else that wants to come through? We have suspicion. I'm hearing like there's something weird here. And we have 55 as well, which could be a significant repeating number. I think it does 5 or 55 indicate change? I remember something like that, but I might be making it up completely. So if anyone knows, let me know, or if you're curious, you can also look it up. But I feel like this person somehow senses that there's something special about this situation. Is there anything else that wants to come through? I saw the confusion card at one point, but I don't know where it is now. Is there anything? Okay. We have accuracy. And interesting that I saw the confusion card first, because now this feels like this person maybe was unsure in the past, but it feels like they're moving into a more certain energy right now. It feels like a big shift in their energy. But of course, take these however they resonate with you. For some of you, this person may more so be in the energy that I mentioned as a past energy in this situation. And it might be that they are moving into a place where they will realize this, realize these, or come to these realizations. You're the best judge of whether these resonate and how this fits into your situation. So that part is up to you. But let's get you some channeled messages. I don't know what to believe. I feel like this person is kind of in a place where they might be questioning spirituality, or kind of they might be awakening in some way. We have I need to be independent right now. You are my sunshine. I don't know what your intentions are. I do feel there is some level of intimidation. And I do think this is someone who really values their independence. But I feel like usually when I see this, I'll get a really isolated, kind of pulling away kind of energy. But this feels like an energy of taking charge more than taking charge of their perspective, rather than allowing their past to dictate what they should do. It feels like that kind of energy. It's like independence from their past self. But for some of you, of course, if this person is still in more of the past energy, it might be that this indicates or talks about that as well. We have him hiding behind a mask. I think this person is a lot more into you than they may let on. Because like this, also we have suspicion here as well. So I feel like this person is trying to lay low and figure this out. Or like understand it to the best of their ability. You are so important to me. What messages? It's too many. That wasn't even too many, but I didn't feel drawn to them, I guess. I don't know, sometimes they just don't do it for me, and yeah. We have, I'm worried about the future and I can't stop thinking about the past. This person, I feel, doesn't want to do the wrong thing. And we have, I'm really confused. These are kind of energies we've touched on. The confusion, the suspicion. But I feel like essentially this is what's shifting in their energy. And what they're coming to realize. I feel like there's a lot of clarity coming in for this situation. When and how that manifests will be different for every situation, but I feel like you are heavily on this person's mind. And I feel like what confuses them the most is how or why. The meaning of this situation. I feel like they are in some kind of search around this. For some of you, this person might be a musician, or they may have a really wide range of music, like when it comes to their music taste. I swear to you, I heard like 5 songs in my head at the same time, and like I couldn't even tell them apart. Like I briefly heard them all separately, but now I can't figure out what they were anymore. One of them was Breaking Free from High School Musical, though. That one was the biggest surprise for me, so I kind of, I guess, it was sticking out more for me. But I'll also channel a song later that will be linked down below in the description box, as always. So if you feel like checking it out, I would recommend that you do. I'm waiting for the right moment. This one flew onto my lap. I can't deal with the truth of what happened. I'll put that one here. That feels relevant. For some of you, if this is a fresh situation, it might refer to what happened here if there was some kind of fallout or something of that sort. But other than that, one thing I'm getting is they might be seeing signs about you or reminders of you, or just being reminded of you in ways that just seem kind of strange, if that makes sense. I have trust issues. This might be something that they are or were working towards. I still have hope for us in my heart. Hope. We have you should move on. For some of you, this person, I feel like they don't want to make you wait, or like they would feel guilty if they've made you wait, or I feel like this person might feel that you'd want to wait for them for this kind of connection. I feel like they would too, but maybe they feel that if you are currently in the timeline, or like at the time point where you are working on yourselves and you feel that you should be at a distance or separate, I feel like this energy is essentially this person respecting whatever boundaries you may have set. So if you told them that you would like to move on, or that like you gave them an ultimatum and you were like, I can't wait for you, I feel like this is them not wanting to hold you back, essentially. But of course, take these messages however they may resonate with you. Especially in general readings, I've found that the messages that come out usually refer to different time points rather than just the current energy, because I think it's a mixed bag when it comes to where everyone's at, if that makes sense. And we also have, I'm trying to numb my emotions. I feel like their emotions are overwhelming around this situation. So they might want to be more productive rather than just sit in their feelings. This is a hardworking person. Is kind of what I'm getting. And I think productivity is important to them, but maybe they work too hard sometimes is another thing I feel. Is there any, okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Is there any advice or additional information that wants to come through? We have nothing is yet set in stone and hold your vision. For some of you, you might be manifesting this person, and if you are and you haven't seen results yet, I feel like it more so has to do with this person needing to come to terms with things on their own, rather than this being like presented to them or given to them. It feels like a situation that may have needed quite a bit of time. Bottom deck energy is step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So I feel like maybe this connection has led both of you to take chances, or has set you free in a way where you were able to go after things that maybe in the past you didn't feel inspired to, or you didn't feel brave enough to go after. But it feels like this connection has motivated both of you in significant ways. I feel like some of you do want to move on from this connection. And if that's the case, know that you have the choice. You're never caged in a connection or a situation just because it feels intense. You may also choose to disconnect if you want to, but I feel like that's not all of you. It feels very distributed. Maybe there are a lot of different situations that fall into this pile's energy. But yeah, let's get you a heart and soul card as well. I actually kind of enjoy shuffling these. I don't know why. I know people tend to not shuffle these because they're just a mess, but I actually quite like it. What message? Oh. Well, we're gonna try again and try to get one message. What message wants to come through for my beautiful pile ones, please? Okay, we'll take all three of these. I'm just gonna put these like that. You are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multi-dimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You are a floating island of consciousness swimming within a cosmic sea of love. Live the dream, dare to be extraordinary. I feel like this situation has inspired or motivated or made you have more courage for certain things. And I feel like this goes both ways. This card signifies expansion and the accomplishment and success that come as a result of doing what you love or something that has great meaning for you. You're creating something of lasting value that will be enjoyed by others for years to come. A strong sense of teamwork and fulfillment abound. And the last message we have is, an angel surrounds you with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature, the balanced, healthy, sensitive, and loving you. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements. Consciously connecting your spiritual and physical realities will help you reconnect to the sacred, infinite, and creative part of yourself that is yearning to play a greater role in your life. We have Taylor, Maddie, like Maddie Healy, or Matt, Tammy is a name that's coming to mind. But yeah, maybe the letters speak to you in some way, but they don't need to at all. But yes, this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile ones. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I am sending you so much love, so much light. Take care and bye. Hello, my beautiful pile twos, and welcome. We are starting with tarot, and we'll clarify with oracles and channel messages in a little bit as well. All right. What has the person on Pile 2's mind realized, please, universe? What has... We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. I'm hearing I did this. Oop. We have the Emperor. We have the 10 of Cups. Aries energy could be significant, but it doesn't have to be. We have the 2 of Wands. I'm hearing it was my choice. It feels like this person is taking on responsibility for something that happened in this situation. This could be a separation. This could be conflict. This could be... for some of you, this could be a third-party situation, but if it is, you would know about it. And I'm saying this because we started with 3s, and we also have the 2 of Wands, which can talk about making a decision or some kind of choice. And it feels like this person is coming to realize that this choice was not caused by external influences, or if there was a separation here, or if there's conflict, it wasn't caused by uncontrollable circumstances, but it was more so caused by their own decisions and by their own choices. It feels like they are realizing the consequences of their actions. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the High Priestess in reverse. This person may have been dishonest with you in the past, or they may have felt like they were getting away with things, but it feels like now they're realizing that they weren't getting away with anything. And they're not getting away with anything because it feels like maybe like if you confronted them but kind of let them go or walk away, it feels like maybe in the past this person felt like almost a sense of relief that they didn't have to look deeper, or like they didn't have to own up to things, or they didn't have to take responsibility in certain ways. And it feels like now they're realizing that that's not gonna fly. And even if you're in no contact, this is gonna catch up with them in some way. It feels like they may have thought it was over, the cycle was done, the cycle was complete, but it feels like they're realizing now that it wasn't, because they didn't really deal with it. They could have just swept it under the rug, or they could have continued with the same kind of behavior, with the same kind of energy. They could have tried to kind of take control of the situation and lay it to rest without actually facing the truth of what happened or facing the consequences. It's almost like they may have played down how they may have treated you, or they may have played down the severity of their own actions or their own decisions when it comes to this situation. It just feels like there's an energy of trying to repress things or play them down or make things more bubbly and nice and sunny. But it feels like this person is coming to realize that no matter how much work they put into changing the external, the internal is not going to change in the same way. I think they're realizing that they need to start changing things within so that their external world, their relationships, their connections can match this. This feels like a realization that has been needing to come to this person for a while. It feels like this may have been something they were avoiding because maybe they didn't want to take responsibility for their actions, and maybe it was easier to blame it on external circumstances or other people or you, for some of you. But it feels like now they're realizing that no matter how much projecting they do, no matter how much running they do, they can't really run from what's within. They can't really run from their own habits, their own behaviors, because wherever they go, their habits, their behaviors, they go with them because they're within them. We have the moon coming out as well. We have the moon and the high priestess. There may have been secrets in this connection, or they may have been secretive, or maybe you didn't trust them fully, or you could have come to realize that you didn't want to trust them. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse. This person, I don't think they feel emotionally fulfilled right now. And I feel like they realize that they need to put work in for that, and things are not just gonna come to them, or the perfect situation is not just gonna fall into their lap. They need to go within. They need to shed light onto their habits, onto their beliefs, onto behaviors that don't serve them and end up hurting people around them as well. And this isn't to like be harsh with them or anything. I feel like this might be someone who's very lenient with their own self, because they may have faced a lot of harsh energies from the outside, especially during childhood or when they were in their teens. And of course, like, this isn't to make excuses for them either, but it just feels like they have some deeply rooted behaviors and beliefs around how they should interact with the people around them and what behaviors are okay and what behaviors are not. It feels like their perspectives are having to change. If this person has hurt you, know that it's not you. And I think they realize that too now. Maybe in the past they could have blamed you, or they could have said things that they don't mean, or they could have like spoken out of a really triggered place and said things that were really heavy. And if you're still carrying the weight of those things, I feel like, and I know this is a lot easier said than done, but you need to release the burden of this person's words if they have said things that are hurtful that you took to heart, because I feel like there was a deep connection here. I feel like you may have had a lot of feelings for them, and I feel like this person cared about you too, but at the same time it feels like they cared about their own self more, in a way that may have been more on the kind of selfish side of the self-centered spectrum, because being self-centered, self-focused is not necessarily a bad thing. But when we're selfish in a way that harms other people, that's when it's not okay, because it feels like the way they acted wasn't necessarily aligned with their highest good or your highest good. It just feels like it may have been harmful for this situation and not much else. You're not responsible for this person's actions, and you're not responsible for how they've treated you, because it's not on you. And if you've internalized their behavior, if you've internalized how they treated you to be like the truth of how you deserve to be treated or something like that, please don't. Like this kind of feels like an energy of hurt people, which doesn't justify anything, but I feel like it's important for you to recognize that if you were mistreated in this situation, it's not because of something you did, and it's not because of who you are. We have the Fool in reverse. For some of you, this person's realizing that they really made the wrong choices when it comes to how they treated you and how this situation panned out. For like a limited majority of you, for a limited part of you, I feel like this person might still be in an energy of denial, and they might still kind of not want to take responsibility, but I feel like they are weighed down by their actions, regardless of whether they realize it or not. For some of you, and especially because we are focusing on their realizations, I feel like this person is aware at this point, but at the same time, for others of you, I feel like they're not there yet. Is there anything else that wants to come through? We have Aries, Pisces, Cancer energies coming through. These might be significant, but they absolutely don't have to be, so no worries. Let's get some not moonology, Black Moon astrology cards. What has this? Thank you. Jupiter, abundance. I'm hearing you were a blessing, I was a curse. I don't know if that's from something. I don't think it is. I don't think it's from a song or something. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I mean, there are so many songs out there, It's very likely that this might end up being a lyric from one. But I'm going to shuffle again because way too many cards came out at once. But we'll keep the Jupiter card. Oh. We have 5th house creativity, but it flew out in reverse, so I'll keep it that way. We have Leo energy. This is the 6 of Cups, upright in the tarot, but because it's reversed, I'll also kind of treat it as 6 of Cups in reverse. It feels like, I think they miss you. I think they miss your energy because it feels like you may have cut them off, or you may be wanting to cut them off, or you may have been harsh with them in a way that they hadn't seen from you before. Oh, and I dropped a card. We have Neptune, sacrifice, the 7 of Cups, but since it's in reverse, we'll take it as a 7 of Cups in reverse as well. I feel like they're confused, or they feel confused, even if they actually have clarity. I feel like they're in their head a lot, and I feel like sometimes they just overthink, but they come to conclusions that are not grounded so much in reality. It feels like they're in their head and sometimes in their own world a lot, to the point where they're not very connected with reality, with what's really going on around them. I feel like you have been very giving to them. I feel like you've been very nurturing to them. I feel like you've been nothing but incredible to them, but I feel like they may have taken this for granted. With this energy coming through, I want to clarify with some more oracles. We'll use the Prism oracle. We have movement. They have runner energy. It feels like, yeah, I just saw surrender and it flipped back into the deck. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I feel like this person may have a hard time letting go of things, including grudges, resentment, way back down in their past. They may hold on to a lot of negative feelings that may end up making them feel really pressured or stuffy in a way that may make them lash out at people around them in ways that are like kind of uncalled for. We have success coming out as well. There is ambition to this person's energy. I feel like they do put themselves first, and I feel like in certain cases, this does work out for them, like in terms of maybe career, or in terms of situations where not a lot of emotionality or empathy is just naturally required. But it feels like they just kind of have the same mindset for every situation. And what's important for us to thrive in situations is often we adapt our mindset in certain ways. Not change it fully, not let go of our core morals or beliefs, but I feel like this person is pretty fixed in their mindset. And it feels like maybe they expect others to adapt to them, to compromise for them, but it feels like maybe they don't do it so much themselves. And I feel like this is a pattern that they might end up breaking out of as a result of these realizations. But this doesn't feel like an easy job. This feels like something that will take them a while to figure out. We have intuition coming out as well. So I feel that energy comes more so from you. And I also cut the deck and we have surrender again. And this feels a lot more grounded to me rather than the surrender, just like the surrender card just flipping and then flipping back in. I feel like you are becoming more grounded in your energy and your intuition. And the message I'm getting is that you can trust your intuition. It's not cloudy, but it might be that your mind currently is maybe screaming louder than your intuition for some of you, because there is a need to protect yourself and your energy. But it might be helpful to drop down into your intuition and hear what it has to say about this situation as well. Because you know your situation and this person better than anyone. Well, maybe not this person, but this is, you'll know your situation better than anyone. So, and I feel like you have a strong intuition. That's why I'm bringing up that you can trust it. We have sadness. We have temperance. I feel like they realize they put you through a lot, and how patient you've been with them, how kind and understanding you've been with them, how encouraging and supporting you were. And we have accuracy. For some of you, you may have like been their biggest supporter. And I feel like there is, it's almost like you made them, it feels like you gave them a lot of energy that they may not realize was coming from you, that motivation, that encouragement, that positive encouragement. And it feels like if you've pulled your energy back, they might be coming to realize that left to their own devices, they don't have that same kind of positive motivation. It's not intrinsic. Okay, I think that's all with the oracles. Bottom deck energy is deception. So I do feel there may have been some deceptive energies here in this situation, but I feel like you're not fooled by them. You're not deceived by them. They may have tried, and maybe in the past they succeeded in certain situations, but it feels like this definitely isn't flying anymore. But let's get you some channeled messages to see what comes through. Take these however they resonate with you. In general readings, they tend to be sometimes talking about different timelines of the same situation or the same energy, because for every single one of you, you might be at a different point of this situation, if this does resonate with you, of course. We have, I want to travel with you. I'm trying to be logical about this, and I feel lonely without you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I don't know if we're compatible. I am so attracted to you. I don't know what to believe. I heard, do I believe myself? We have, you are the only one for me, no one else but you, and my mind is set on you. Which is really interesting that it came up after I heard, I feel like this person might kind of be questioning what they want, or they might be confused by their own actions as well in some way, so they might not understand their own feelings either. What messages want to come through for my beautiful cards? Okay. Oh, this one fell into my lap. Did you block me? I feel like some of you did, but this one is falling apart. I know it was all my fault. I'm struggling right now. I can't think of air without thinking of you. This is a song lyric from an Arctic Monkeys song. It's called Love is a Laser Quest. You can check it out if you feel called to. We have I can't risk another goodbye. It's all too painful for me to deal with right now. This is running energy, runner energy. I'm struggling without you. We also have I'm struggling here. So that is a repeating message. I need more balance. People like me are not meant for people like you. Okay. I want to get you some Moonology cards and then some advice as well. We have your dreams need a practical plan, but it flipped into reverse. This almost for me goes back to this energy of this person sometimes being stuck in their own world. Take time to breathe out and being in their own energy and being a little bit disconnected from the reality, the truth of things, because maybe it's a lot easier in their own world. And we also have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Bottom deck is hold your vision. You're meant for great things. Pile 2. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons from this situation, or you are learning, and I feel like that is giving you a lot of wisdom, a lot of power. And I feel like you will know how to put that into incredible use. And of course, this isn't to undermine how you may have felt or the energies you may have experienced in this situation, but I feel like it has made you a lot stronger. And has made you recognize your power as well, or it is, depending on where you might be on your journey right now. I want to get, oh, all right, we have this. I'm just going to put it like this because I want to get some more and then we'll read them. Is there anything else? I'm struggling. Oh, okay, we have 2 more. Let's start with this one. Old feelings are resurfacing, and again you find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. Don't fight it. Instead, allow these feelings to surface without judging them. They are neither good nor bad. They're simply a part of you. Own them, embrace them, and love them. Bless the past and be grateful for the deep and profound healing that is taking place. And I know this is a lot easier said than done, but I can feel how strong you are. And I think you need to give yourself more credit if you don't recognize that. Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. Orange County could be significant, doesn't have to be. You are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. You are protected by a higher power that also wants to help you. If the path seems blocked, there is a good cause. Take this as divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. No matter what, know that you're not stuck. Even if it feels like you're making very slow progress and you're having a hard time seeing it or identifying it, you are making progress. You're always moving forward. And you have so much potential. I don't want to be too repetitive, but you do. You have so much potential. I hope you recognize that too. But yes, this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile twos. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. Take care and bye. Hello, my beautiful pile threes, and welcome. We're starting with tarot, and we'll clarify with a bunch of other stuff later. Fun fact about this deck is I ordered another deck, but they sent me this one, and on the back of the box it said, if this deck has come to you, it's not a mistake or something like that. Maybe it's a great marketing strategy, I don't know, but I decided to keep it. So yeah, that's that. It's my first time using this for a general reading, so I'm excited to see how this deck speaks. Slightly chaotic. Okay. What has the person on pile three's mind realized? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting Virgo energy, but this doesn't have to be significant. I'm hearing you're so wise, you're so wise. I do think this person looks up to you in some way, especially in terms of your mind. I feel like they're really impressed by it. The Tower flipped, but then it flipped back in, and now the only card we have upright, well, facing up, is the World. So that's the one we'll take, and we'll see if the Tower comes out again. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. We have Justice. I'm hearing the song Palm of My Hand. I will link it down below, but because it feels like the song for this pile, and I only link songs down below if it feels like the song, so you can find it down there if you feel called to check it out. We have the Page of Cups. What has this person realized, please, universe? What has... Can we clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? What has... Thank you. We have the Emperor in reverse. I think this person might struggle with their self-worth or their self-image. I just dropped some cards, just quickly getting those. I feel like this might be someone who struggles with their self-worth or their self-image, and I feel like they really, really, really look up to you. And I feel like they're coming to realize that maybe they didn't give you enough credit, because I feel like they may have felt hurt by your actions in some way, like if you've set boundaries, if you've pulled your energy away from them, or if you've kind of come to the conclusion that you can't be with them right now. It feels like they might feel rejected by you to some extent, even if they were the one to reject you. It feels like that kind of energy. It feels like there might be a lot of projection, but I feel like at the same time, this feeling of being hurt also didn't change the way they feel about you, which feels like I feel like they have a lot of admiration for you and a lot of appreciation, and I feel like they're realizing how much they respect your choices and your decisions as well. It feels like maybe they were really in their heart space in the past. Maybe they were really triggered or emotionally triggered in a way where they weren't able to express themselves effectively or clearly, but it feels like this fog is being lifted right now. And that's not to say this person's fully ready to go, because it feels like they still have some fears and anxieties that they're working through when it comes to their own self or their own abilities, and also when it comes to what they feel that they can give to others or what they can contribute to other situations in their life. Can we clarify the world? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. For some of you, this person may have been confused in every area of their life, and I feel like they almost take you as a guiding light or an example or a mentor or someone to look up to. They see a lot of wisdom in you that I feel they may not see in themselves, or maybe they didn't see in themselves in the past. But with Justice, I feel their energy coming more into balance somehow, but we'll see what comes through, because I'm not entirely sure how. Maybe the energy is mixed in the sense that this person, for some of you, might be further along their journey than they might be for others. This person might be awakening spiritually, because it feels like they're seeing things that they didn't see before in terms of the universe, the world, in every aspect of their life. We have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Moon again. Both of these I think flipped. I only saw the Moon, but usually when two cards come out together like this, and there were two cards that flipped right before, it's usually the same two. So we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Moon, Pisces and Cancer energies could be significant. Aries, Libra, Capricorn energies could also be significant. I know the world is meant to be a bunch of signs, but for me it's Capricorn, and I don't know why, but it just is. And we have Death, Scorpio, big transformations. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, so I feel like this person is realizing that they need to give more love to themselves. And I think they do take you in as an example, and I think they take your relationship with your own self as an example. I think you respect your own boundaries, and they see that. And I feel like in the past, they didn't respect their own boundaries, or maybe they let themselves be triggered to a point where they kind of lost all sense of what was happening, and they kind of reacted in a way that they're not proud of. It feels like this person feels that they're almost like starting over or starting again or learning things again, because it feels like maybe in the past they were going against the wind. This deck has two extra cards, Wind and Spirit, and I cut the deck and we have the Wind card coming out. This kind of looks like a snail to me right now, and it feels like maybe this person was in a very triggered or in a very kind of rejecting kind of energy. It feels like maybe they wanted to be in control in order to protect themselves from unexpected things. And there are some similarities in this pile's energy and pile one's. So if this doesn't fully make sense to you, but it kind of does, and you also felt drawn to pile one, I would recommend checking it out. But you don't have to, of course, if you don't feel called to. I actually want to get you an additional row, an additional column of cards. I usually like to do 5-5. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, balance is kind coming through in their energy or harmony. But it feels like this relates to their own relationship with their own self. And I think they're realizing the importance of that. This might be something they learned from you without realizing, or something that they saw in you, but not in themselves in the past. Can we clarify the Two of Pentacles? I'm hearing for a second I forgot who I was. So this person may have had a period recently in their life where they didn't feel connected to their own self, or maybe they had a lot of doubt around their own self and their own abilities, but it feels like they're coming to a point where they recognize that they have a lot more to offer than they may have previously thought. I just saw the Empress in reverse, but it didn't fully come out, so we'll see. We have two. We have the Four of Cups and we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This person feels that there needs to be space right now between the two of you. But I feel like they realize that that doesn't mean that you are fully disconnected, and it doesn't mean that they are abandoned, and it doesn't mean that you chose to abandon them. I feel like this may have been something that took them a long time to change their mind about, or to see the truth of. And even if they walked away from this situation, or they put distance between the two of you, I feel like in the past they may have blamed you for it, or maybe they didn't feel like their energy was going to be reciprocated. It feels like maybe they came up with something in their mind and they took it to be the truth. But it feels like now they're coming to realize that whatever actions you may have taken, or however you may have reacted to them, it came from a place of loving, and it came from a place of compassion, and it came from a place of love and compassion for yourself and respect for yourself as well, is what I'm getting. But I want to clarify with some oracle cards. Leo, I will. This is the Strength card in the tarot, so I feel like this person's realizing that they are more than what they give themselves credit for, or they are more than what they've given themselves credit for in the past. It feels like they have been growing and expanding and healing a lot of wounds that they may have been carrying from their past into their new connections, into their life, especially when it comes to opening up the heart space. I feel like they may have been really hurt in the past, and whenever their heart space is expanding, whenever someone kind of opens them up or gets them to open up more, I feel like it might be very triggering for them in certain ways, to the point where they may lose grip on the situation, or they may lash out in ways that might be hurtful to others as well. We have first house, the body. I feel like this person is coming to a place where they're more open to taking risks, taking chances, and being more fearless. And I think they daydream about you a lot. You might be very connected in the 5D. This might be a spiritual connection. Bottom deck energy is your destiny. So I feel like there are a lot of lessons to learn in this connection and a lot of wisdom to be gained. And I think this person realizes already that they have learned so much from you. And I feel like there's a lot of gratitude around that. A lot of understanding around how compassionate you've been with them and how much patience you've given them as well, more than this person was allowing to give their own self. We have Leo, we have Aries, and we have Pisces as the energies. These might be significant, but they don't have to be at all, once again. So no worries if your sign isn't in the reading. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you, and that's it. We have hunger. I'm hearing hungry for knowledge. I feel like this person is motivated to improve themselves, whatever that may mean for them in their own eyes. We have ghost. They might be currently unavailable to you, in the sense that maybe you're no contact, or they don't seem very open to communicating. And it feels like they are currently in an energy where they're just focused on their relationship with their own self and building the life, the world that they want for their own self, the life that they may have been dreaming of. There is a lot of motivation to their energy, but it also doesn't feel completely free of doubts and fears, which is perfectly okay and perfectly normal. I feel like they are working really hard. And I don't think they're on an easy path either. But I feel like they are really putting a lot of energy into this. So if you feel disconnected from them, or if your connection feels like it's fading a little bit, I feel like it really isn't. It just feels like their energy is focused elsewhere. And it feels distracted over different parts of their life as well. So they might be doing a lot of things. Reconciliation. I do think they dream about this. I do think this is something that they would like, but it just doesn't feel like they are able to bring this into their reality right now. It feels like they have other things to focus on currently, and they might be a little bit overwhelmed with everything that they feel they need to do right now. But what's really important and standing out to me is that I feel that they are open to explore, open to get to know themselves more than they did before. I think they're open to growth. We have Law of Grace. It feels like they're in a lot more accepting, a lot calmer in their energy right now. We have Law of Cycles and Rhythms, which for me confirms this energy of the Death card, that they are completing cycles, they are growing, they are expanding, and they are seeing through their own patterns that don't serve them. This feels like very deep healing, and I think you've instigated this to a high extent in them, whether you recognize it or not. I think this person sees that you have been a powerhouse for them, that you have given them a lot to think about, and that you've given them so much compassion and beautiful energy as well. Let's get some channeled messages now. Take these however they may resonate with you. Sometimes in general readings, I've found that these messages will refer to different timelines in the situation rather than just reflect the current energy for everyone. We have I want to know you better. I'm hearing I want to know you again. It's too many. What message wants to come through? I want you by my side. You are the only one for me, no one else but you. Healing. I am focused on my success. You intimidate me. I still have some lessons to learn. Do you think about me? I want to go with the flow. And we also have these two that came out with the last message, which are, I'm sorry, I know I hurt you, and there is so much I want to say to you. Anything else that wants to come through? Okay. I think that's it. I have to stand behind my decision, especially if they've made a decision to have a break in this connection, or put it on pause, or walk away in some way. I don't know how to fix everything. I just heard I need to take my time. Professional help. For some of you, this person may have gotten professional help on their journey, whether this refers to legal help, mental help, physical health. They may have gotten advice from others as well. This energy might also connect to that. And we also have, you have to move on and be happy. This person really cares about your happiness. And I feel like if your choice is to leave them behind, now they understand. Maybe in the past they kind of took it in a way that offended them or really hurt them. But I feel like they are coming to terms with any decisions that you may have made in this situation as well. I feel like they really value your opinions and your thoughts. Their energy feels really drawn to your mind space, your head space. We'll get some Moonology cards now to see if there's anything else we've missed, or if there's any advice that wants to come through, and then we'll also get some Heart and Soul cards. Emotions are running high. This person does have deep emotions for you, and if you feel disconnected from them, it's not because they've forgotten about you. It just feels like they're busy. What messages want to come through for, oh, I dropped one. Oh no, don't go. I got them. We have the energy is gaining momentum, and you're very close to achieving your goal. And this for me speaks about this person's progress that they're making, and committing to themselves and their goals and their desires. And of course, this can also talk about your energy as well, if you feel that they resonate more with you and where you're at on your journey. What messages want... Ooh. Okay, we have a 3. I think this one came out for pile 2 as well. I think so. You are protected by a higher power that also wants to help you. If the path seems blocked, there is a good cause. Take this as divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. The second card we have is, I am one with the universe, one with the eternal goddess. She is a part of me. I tune into my heart and she is there, surrounded by an infinite library of wisdom, knowledge, and love. The countless manifestations of the goddess, along with her great compassion, are expressed through me. And the final message we have is, You are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multi-dimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You're a floating island of consciousness, swimming within a cosmic sea of love. Live the dream, dare to be extraordinary. In terms of words that we can make with the letters, I'm sorry I just skipped over the messages without saying anything about them. I don't know why my mind did that, but this for me is a very empowering energy because it feels like right now you might be following individual paths. I feel like it's very important that you know and remember and never forget that you are supported and you are encouraged to keep moving forward in however way feels more aligned with you. Nothing is predetermined. You don't owe anything to anyone. But you do owe it to yourself to do what feels right to you, to do what feels best for you. That's kind of the overall energy I'm getting from these. But of course, take them however they may resonate with you. And in terms of words, I don't really have anything except for ye, I guess. But that doesn't really mean anything to me. But maybe these letters are significant to you in some way, but if not, no worries at all. And this is all I have for you, my beautiful pile threes. Let me know if this resonated. If it did not, there could be a message for you in another reading or in another pile. So if you feel called to do so, definitely do check those out. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. Take care and bye.